Every time I drive past a cop car, my body tenses up, much in the same way that an old white lady might tense up when she passes by me at night. Much like the old white lady, I fear that I might lose my life, even if I do everything right. You see, in this new world where compliance is defiance, in this new world where surviving a traffic stop is a science, in this new world where police are quick to resort to violence, in this new world, we refuse to be silenced. It's time for a revolution. We demand the evolution of our justice system. How is it that the very ones that are here to serve and protect our communities live lives of impunity and immunity to the same laws which they enforce through the use of deadly force? Of course, they systematically endorse these crimes against humanity. I mean, just look at Blue Lives Matter, a product of insanity, a protest to a protest. They project their vanity. They hear us, but they don't listen. In one ear and out the other. Vigilantes undercover. Kill our sisters and our brothers. We must demand change. The people have the power. This world can be strange and oftentimes sour, but we can prevent this. There's strength in numbers. It's time we wake up from our lifelong slumbers. We must come together and unite as a nation. Strive to do better and avoid the temptation to destroy our own cities. Stop all the looting. You're only polluting the very places you wish to improve. It's time we start making real power moves. Tear gas couldn't make us cry as much as the families of those murdered at the hands of the police. I wholeheartedly send my condolences to all the families of the deceased. Alright, so real quick, I just want to put in my 2 cents for the whole situation. I know that some people are probably very curious as to my opinion. I've even had friends call me and ask me what I think about this whole situation. Now, personally, here's my problem with the way people are handling this. There's a conflict of interest within the protests. You have some people who are protesting to make change for the community, and then you have other people who are protesting to make change for themselves. And that's like the looting and the rioting and all that type of stuff. All that they're doing is just expressing their anger. And I understand, like, I think everyone's fed up seeing these things in the news. It's almost become normalized in a way to see this same cycle of, people of color being killed by the police. And then, there's civil unrest for a few months, and then, life goes on as normal. I think that people protesting out of anger are protesting against something and not for something. They're protesting more against the death of George Floyd and, the other people. And they're not so much protesting for equal rights, which is crazy to say that because, it's 2020 and that's some shit that I shouldn't really have to say. But people have these conflict of interest and they're not willing to focus more on the solution than the problem. In my opinion, the way to solve this is peaceful protesting, but a lot of people doing it, not just black people, but everyone. And that's why, at the beginning of the spoken word, I really tried to draw a parallel between some of the fears that white people may face. White people are just as scared of black people as black people are scared of police. You can't be separate and expect to make significant changes. I know I'm probably all over the place with this, but I hope you kind of get the gist of what I'm saying. Basically, people need to unite, focus more on the solutions as opposed to the problems. Stop, tearing shit up because it doesn't really do anything. If anything, that undermines the peaceful protesting. I know me, I'm not going to go to a peaceful protest until people stop, tearing shit up, because I'm not about to get my windows busted. So, basically people need to find common ground, between different races and all of that. People just need to focus more on the solutions than the problems, come to a consensus on those solutions, and use our numbers to enforce these changes. But, who am I? Anyways, stay safe. And don't forget, Black Lives Matter.